These are the top 5 artifacts that everyone should have in their commander deck. And this list is so top secret, I don't even know what these cards are yet. So let's go find out. All right, so the top 5 artifacts for every commander deck. Let's have first of all, this is a honorable mention. Let's have a moment of silence for the good old Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt from the Harper Prism books, 1995. Actually, I think this one was printed. It does say 1995 on it, but I think this was actually printed in 94. If you look at the actual date on the painting, it's 94. And I believe in order to get this, you had to send in your coupon by October 1994. But this is the 0-drop 2-mana mana rock known as Mana Crypt, which recently, just a few months ago, the end of September 2024, it was banned in Commander. A very sad day, because I do love the artwork on this. Of course, Mark Tedden, very well-known artist. So that is our honorable mention. Did not make the list for obvious reasons, like it's banned. So number 5 on our list for... You know what? Number 5 is going to be the Fellwar Stone. Everybody has a Fellwar Stone in their deck. But here you go. It's the Fellwar Stone. 2 for an artifact. Tap to add 1 mana to your mana pool. This mana may be of any type that any land an opponent controls can produce. Play this ability as an interrupt. So this is really good for Commander, because normally you're going to have 4 players, and somebody is hopefully going to have some colors that you can use. And if not, it's just going to be an extra mana. That's number 4. Actually, that's number 5. So that's number 5. Now let's move on to number 4. Number 4, another 2-drop mana rock, Arcane Signet. Arcane Signet. And this is some beautiful Dan Frazier artwork right here. But the Arcane Signet, another 2-drop, add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. So this is going to give you any color that you really need 99% of the time, right? So that is number 4. Now we're getting into the big time here. Number 3 is none other than the Jester's Cap. I'm just kidding. It's not the Jester's Cap. I'm totally snaking you guys. But the Jester's Cap is a powerful card, don't forget. You can sacrifice Jester's Cap, look through your target player's library, and remove any 3 cards. So if you know they have a combo in there, this thing's taking them out. Plus, some more beautiful Dan Frazier artwork. Look at the old Jester. He's looking very handsome here. Thank you, Dan Frazier. All right, that's not really number 4, or number 3. Number 3 is going to none other than the Aether Spark. This is another brand new one, and I don't know why my camera is not automatically focusing like it should be, but the Aether Spark. All right, now this comes into play as a Planeswalker, but what you're going to do is you're going to attach it. By +1ing it, you're going to attach this to target creature you control and put a +1 counter on that creature. If you -5 it, you're drawing 2 cards. And if you -10, you're adding 10 mana of any color to your mana pool. Super powerful. Very, very good card. So if you don't have one already, I suggest you go pick one up. Once again, my camera is not focusing very well, but yeah, it's a beautiful card. Now, down to the number 2 spot. Number 2. Now, this one I had to put a lot of thought into. But the number 2 spot is the Chrome Mox. And the reason I picked the Chrome Mox is because, unlike the Mox Diamond, where you have to get rid of a land to play it, this one you can get rid of any card that is not a land. So it has to be a non-land, non-artifact card. And it's going to produce any mana that that card you exiled produces, or that is a color of. So if you're playing, you know, in your commander deck, you have 2 colors. You have a card in your hand with both colors. First turn, discard that card or exile that card with Chrome Mox, and you're going to have a Mox that can produce any color that you need in that commander deck. Or maybe you only have a card that has 1 color. You're still going to get a lot of use out of this card. The only time I would say not to use a Chrome Mox in your commander deck is going to be if you're playing colorless, because it's not going to be able to produce a color. So if that's the case, you have a couple options. One, you can play the Mox Diamond. You're going to have to pitch a land. So that's the downfall. I think Mox Diamond's a little bit weaker than the Chrome Mox, just because you still have land advantage with the Chrome Mox. You're not using a potential land drop with the Chrome Mox. You might get rid of a card that you're not going to use for a while, or maybe you don't really need to use it at all, you know? I mean, sometimes you're just going to draw into more stuff. So if you don't want to do the Mox Diamond, and you can't use the Chrome Mox because you're playing colorless, my other favorite, Mox Opal. Mox Opal is very good, and the only downfall is you need to have 2 other artifacts in play. So let's say you play a Soul Ring, and then you play, your next turn you play some other artifact. You can drop Mox Opal on turn 2, or even on turn 1 if you play Soul Ring, cast another artifact, and then throw down a Mox Opal. So it's very good. But I'm sticking with Chrome Mox. The only time, like I said, is if you're playing colorless. Now, the number one artifact that everybody will have or should have in their commander deck is none other than the Black Lotus. Of course, everybody is going to have a Black Lotus in their commander deck. Just kidding. Just kidding. I snaked you guys again. We are not going to be playing with a Black Lotus. But what we will have is, and you guessed it, a Soul Ring. Of course, everybody has a Soul Ring in their commander deck because Wizards of the Coast decided it, I guess. I'm not really sure. But everybody does have a Soul Ring, and this is my Soul Ring. So if you guys catch me out there on Spell Table, my name is Relictus. Say hello, and I'll see you next time.